Hello friends, and welcome to another Origins of Expressions. Today, we'll be going over the phrases burn the candle at both ends, too many irons in the fire, bite off more than you can chew. What do they all have in common? They're all phrases and idioms around being busy. Now let's not waste any time and start this video. Being busy is something a lot of people aspire to be these days. Being busy means that you do not have to accept dinner or movie invitations because you have something else to do. However, being busy means that you work overtime and have the illusion that you have less time than you actually have. This can prevent you from finishing your tasks and accepting the challenge of longer or extended tasks. Somehow, these days, being busy means being successful for some people. Because being busy is part of our lives, we have made phrases and idioms around it. Today, we will explore 3 of the idioms that we use to express someone being too busy. Let's jump right into our first phrase. Burn the candle at both ends. Burn the candle at both ends means to exhaust someone's energies or resources by leading a hectic life. To work so hard that you don't rest. I think you're burning the candle at both ends. This phrase started life a bit different than what we use it as today. This saying has been around since the 1600s. It was meant to be wasteful, not of our time, but of our resources. Candles were the only source of light back in the 1600s after the sun went down. So, you burn candles to extend the day. So to burn a candle at both ends meant you were wasting resources. Not only would the candle burn up twice as fast, but having to hold it horizontal meant the wax would drip off and burn up even faster. The first written record was recorded in French by Randall Cotgrave in A Dictionary of the French and English Tongues in 1611. It translates to burn the candle by the two ends. Today, the meaning of burning the candle at both ends means that you are burning yourself out by working or partying too much. When we use it in a sentence, we are saying that someone is doing something too much and will burn out soon. An example is, working and studying at the same time has led me to having to burn the candle at both ends. Well, I hope they don't get too tired. Let's let them work while we move on. Too many irons in the fire. Too many irons in the fire means to have a lot of activities happening at once. This phrase describes someone who's attempting to do too many things at once, someone who has divided their time between too many activities, so none of them are done well. It is inefficient and unfocused to have too many irons in the fire. One reference says it has to do with the blacksmith trade. The phrase too many irons in the fire dates back to the mid-1500s. A skilled blacksmith has a well-trained apprentice who maintains such control of the bellows and the placement of the irons that each is ready in turn at the anvil and hammer. Too many irons in the fire would mark an inefficient smith or one with an unskilled apprentice. Today, the phrase still holds some of the same meaning. When we try to do too many things, nothing is done well. An example sentence is, don't give her any more assignments right now. She has too many irons in the fire as it is. They look busy. Let's move to the next phrase and leave them alone. Bite off more than you can chew. Bite off more than you can chew means to take on more than one can deal with, to attempt to do something that one is not capable of accomplishing. The idiom originated in America during the late 19th century. It is said that it originated when a man offered another man a bite of his plug of chewing tobacco. The warning, don't bite off more than you can chew, would remind the receiver not to be greedy. The first written record of the phrase, bite off more than you can chew, was in the book named Western Wilds and the Men Who Redeemed Them, written by John Hanson Beadle, which is originally published in 1877. It reads, our folks was all eggin' the war from the start. I was down as Manchester the day they hauled down the stars and stripes, and says, aye, men, you've bit off more than you can chew. And they all laughed at me. We still use this phrase today to express that someone has taken on too much work. An example sentence is, it feels like I might have bitten off more than I could chew when I promised to complete this video in one day. Well, looks like they got some work to do. Let's move on. Ooh, fun fact. Did you know that vacation time is mandatory in some countries? Yep, that's right. In some countries, it is required that your employer give you vacation time on top of paid holidays. After talking about being busy, it's time for a break. Let's go over some of the countries that offer the most paid vacation time. First one, Kuwait. Workers in Kuwait are entitled to 30 vacation days per year if they work full time. They also receive 13 paid public holidays, bringing the total paid leave to 43 days per year. Cambodia. Workers in Cambodia are given 27 days of paid public holidays throughout the year. In addition to this, all workers receive a minimum of 15 vacation days, bringing the minimum paid leave to 42 days every year. And a bonus is the number of vacation days will increase by seniority, with one additional vacation day per 3 years of continuous employment. And then Austria. Austria receives 13 paid public holidays and a further 25 days of annual leave. That's 38 days total, but that's not all. They get a bonus too. Employees with over 25 years of working experience get 30 days off every year. Wow, that's a lot of time off. Well, that's the information that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed learning about the origins of our idioms and phrases. I would love to have you subscribe if you did. I don't want you to bite off more than you can chew, so I made it easy for you. Just hit the button to subscribe to the channel. It's quick and it's easy, and I would really appreciate it. Oh yeah, quick question before you go. Do you know any idioms or phrases around being busy? Maybe you know an idiom or a phrase on an entirely different subject. I would love to see them. Leave them in the comments below, and if I use one of the phrases, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks again for watching and subscribing. I really appreciate your support. Until next time, bye.